Okay, we're going to be looking at neutral agreement today, and I'm looking at one of there, so we don't want to go there yet. So the first thing we want to do is when you start it, you'll get this screen, same as all the others. Read through that, blah blah blah, blow all the bump about what's going on, and you've got your encrypted comms. This is the first thing you need to work on. It is a base free area, and this tells you what you can do. The more you get more docs. Like the Outpost Command Center, you can get dock at more of the MP than pirate bases. Once you need to get it to level 4 at least, so you can get the assist one, which we'll go to in a minute. So yeah, build that up quick as you can. This is telling you about the screen, but we'll go into that in more detail. And then the rewards. Rewards are based on cooperation points, which you get for doing missions, and we'll go through them again in a bit. Right, so we're gonna close that down. First thing you need to do is look for pirate bases. You'll notice some have gone orange. Not all of them. You can't work with all pirate bases like you see here. This faction is still red. I can't work with them. You can only work with the ones that have turned orange. And they won't turn orange until you accept the agreement. Once you found one, this basically the same as you do normally. Click on it, go to communication. I can't at the moment because somebody else is already there. But you click on communication, send whatever ship you want, and it'll happily sail across and dock at that base. One thing to note, they are orange, not blue. So blockades will still attack you if you try to fly through them. So make sure you scout out ahead before you send it. Don't send it blind like I did, because I was sending one over there and it got killed off by this blockade here. So yes, be mindful of that. They're not allies, they're neutral. So they will still attack you. So once you've sent your ship there anyway, you'll get this screen, which is the mission screen. Now here you can see how many points I've got with that faction, and you can see the level of the base. I've got 2 level 3s I'm working on and a level 5. So yeah, I don't even know why it does that, because they're miles away from my base, so that's just a weird graphic. And you can see I've got space for one more if I decide to do another one. Now, missions, pretty self-explanatory. You click on it, read through the missions. Do not, under any circumstances, do these ones. Fund the privateers. Reason being is I've sent 41 MP worth of ships, 47 MP worth of ships there. They still count towards my cap, and they still count towards my ship limit. So you can do it with frigates or that, but I wouldn't do it with destroyers. I mean, send a couple of frigates over there if they ask for just pure frigates. That's worth doing, because frigates, well, at this stage of the game, are cheap, and you don't have a problem with it. What do they want there? On, on my fleet, what do they want? So here they want 5 frigates, so I'm just going to send them 5 of my FGs that I've built,
New
and
fleet
off they go. And once they get there, they will add, wrong button, they will add to the base's defenses. So if anybody attacks that base, then them frigates, FGs will defend the base. It's useful at the start, I mean, early on in the game when people killing bases off, but later on, it's more of a pain than it is worth. What's this one up here? Oh, oh, I got a quest there. What? Oh, I can find them ones anyway. Yeah. Now, next one we want to look at is the leveling system. Right. As you know, pirate bases have levels. Now, with the neutrals agreements, the more quests you do with them, the more it levels up, and eventually, in a day or so, this one will become a level 4 pirate base, and 5 and 6, so on, all the way up to 10. God knows what a 10's going to have. I would not like to fight one of them, because that would be nasty. But yes, I'm hoping to try and get one at level 10. And basically, that's the gist of it. Once you get to level, base gets to level 5, I think it's level 5 here. Yeah, level 5. It'll unlock assisted attack and assist in mining. Now, I'm not entirely sure how they work. I believe the mining one takes about 12 hours, and then you'll get a hold full of that ship. Personally, I don't think it's worth it, but the one I'm looking forward to trying is this one. Let's go all the way up here to where my enemies are. We've got some enemies up here. Where are they? Not further enough. Over here. The one I'm interested in trying out is this one. If you click on another player, it can be anything, a fleet, a base, or an amp. Amps are the ones I'm going to be using it on eventually. Let's see if I can find one. Now, as you know, most people have a tendency to leave their amps exposed. They'll go off, send their base off to do other things, and blah blah, while their amps are off working. But what I can do is I can go assist and attack. See the fleet, it's only a little small fleet, 3 destroyers, 2 frigates, and they will go and attack it. Take them 6 hours to get there. They will go and attack it. And yeah, that's the gist of the pirates um, faction. I think that covers most of it. If anything else, then I will make another video, but I think that's generally the gist of how it works.